All right, so I love pasta, I love cheese. So I thought I would kind of combine the two things I've been experimenting with a lot and show you guys how to make just like a super easy, delicious, affordable pasta that you're probably not making at home because you haven't seen it a lot and you don't really think about it. So I'm gonna put it in your mind so that you can make it at home because it's delicious. I'm gonna show you guys how to do stuffed shells with a homemade vegan ricotta and spinach. Just, mamma mia. So lame. I'm Candace the Edgy Veg. If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome to Dad Joke Central. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. I make new videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4 o'clock. So this is just like a deconstructed lasagna with some homemade ricotta. So I can show you how to make homemade ricotta from scratch. And it's super cheap, so you don't have to go out and like buy the really expensive one that's like artisanal. And with a bunch of really cheap ingredients and a lot that you already have at home in your pantry. Your pantry. I don't know why I said it like that. Apparently I'm more your rose today. All right, the first thing I'm going to show you how to make is just a really easy vegan ricotta or ricotta. So I have pressed this tofu like all day. And it gets really nice and dry and it just crumbles and you get the consistency that you want for the ricotta. So I'm just gonna add most of these ingredients just to this food processor and it's done. It's so easy, it's delicious. Other than the olive oil, there really is no fat in this ricotta itself. So I'm just breaking it up into little chunks to help the food processor break it down. You don't need a food processor. You can, you know, smush it and do this with your hands too. But I really, really like the texture that you get with the food processor. To that, I'm going to add some olive oil. This helps with mouthfeel to get it nice and creamy and rich. To get the umami flavor for the cheese, I'm going to add some white miso. Then to help flavor it up, we have some garlic powder and some salt. And again, for that tang, some lemon juice. And I'm just going to turn that on. So at this point you can go in, you can check the texture. This is about the texture that you want. So the texture is good, but you want to go in and test it or taste it for, well, taste. Ricotta is a very neutral flavored cheese. It's not like overly salty or anything. It's not like overly briny. I think it could use a little bit more salt, so I'm going to add a little bit more salt. But the creaminess is definitely there. So if you do find that you want some extra creaminess, you can always add some unsweetened soy milk. Because depending on what you're making, sometimes you want more of like a liquidy ricotta. So you can add a little bit of that. I'm just gonna add about a tablespoon. All right, so that is just your basic vegan ricotta. Because of the recipe that we are making, I'm going to do some add-ins. So I have some chopped basil and I have some chopped spinach. And I'm going to add in both of these. Just to add some greens. We always want greens in our life. So it's already chopped, but this will just help mix it in with no effort whatsoever. So I just kind of eyeballed this. It's about a 1/4 cup of each. And then I'm saving some for garnish. And then I'm just going to pulse this in. That's how easy it is to make spinach and basil ricotta. All we have to do is assemble it. I've already gone ahead and boiled some shells. So you can just buy the large shells from the grocery store. They're like $2 for a box. You only need like, depending on the size of your family, like 15 or 16 of them. You can use whatever tomato sauce is your favorite, whatever is the cheapest that you like. You can use like the Primo or whatever the other brands are, Ragu or whatever. This is just the one that I had in my cupboard. I'm just gonna slide. I'm gonna pour some of that in there and just really coat the entire bottom of this thing. All right, so I'm just going to open up each little shell and stuff some ricotta in there and then stick it into your pan. You can use like a casserole dish or a baking dish. You can actually also use this if you are into making like homemade ravioli. That's always a nice thing to do for people. I'm gonna drizzle some tomato sauce over the top and then add the remaining basil and spinach that I saved for garnish. We're going to pop it into the oven covered for about 25 minutes. All right, I'm going to cover this and throw it into the oven for about 25 minutes. All right, so these guys were in the oven for 25 minutes covered. I took the cover off and put them back in for about 10 minutes. And now I'm just sprinkling them with a little bit of basil, a little bit of spinach, and then they're ready to serve. And I like to go in with some extra sauce, obviously. Top it. And then you can always go in and top it with more greens. There you have it. We have delicious, easy, cheap ricotta stuffed pasta shells. They're perfect. They're so good. You're gonna love them. If you have a family, they'll love them. If you don't have a family, eat the entire pan yourself. It's worth it. I'm Edgy Veg. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you like these videos, give this video a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section below what video you want to see next. Okay, bye. Get out of my kitchen.